Okay folks, and now we have a game between Rosenkill and Czech. And Rosenkill, in case you don't know, he's from Clan IG, he plays Undead. And Czech, of course, SK, he normally plays Elf, but he's going to be playing Orc today, obviously taking advantage of sort of the imbalance. And also, I think SK is already qualified, so he can sort of play around a bit. I think Czech used to play Orc. I think he started off by playing Orc, and he eventually moved to Elf, which is obviously what he's known for now. And I think he has said that he's going to try and play pro StarCraft 2 if that ever pans out. And so he's sort of just an SK, just sort of biding his time. And so I think it doesn't really matter if he plays a bit just sort of for fun in this game. And so we'll have to see what he gets up to. But this game sort of got pretty rave reviews from everyone who's seen it. So I'm pretty excited to see it. As you can see, it's on Ancient Isles. So two spawn locations really close together. It's really easy to get a creep deck if you want. And I think since Rosenkill is going for a Fiend build here, which is pretty sensible against Orc, but it's going to mean that he might be in for a bit of a creep deck here. I assume we're going to be seeing a Blade Master. Yeah, we are seeing a Blade Master from Czech, and a pretty interesting build actually coming in from him. Generally the Sparrow could be somewhere else, but I think he possibly could fit some burrows in here if that's really what he wanted to do later. But and obviously that'd be good against, for example, a tower push. But you don't. And actually, tower pushes have actually been really good for Undead versus Orc recently. You wouldn't think it, but especially tier 2 with Fiends. Ted's been really rocking that recently. And just sort of, you have a whole bunch of Fiends. You bring in your level 1 Lich with your Frost Armor, and you bring in a Sacrificial Skull, and you just put up a couple towers behind your sort of line of Fiends. And if they can't take out those towers quickly enough, then you get sort of loads of Blade advantage. You get a slow tower up, which you just focus fire on the Blade Master, and that can be really effective. So maybe that's what Czech's going for here, just something to counter that a bit. But I'm not exactly sure what his plan is. And Czech, meanwhile, getting his Blade Master out, it looks like he's going to creep out this camp quickly. Obviously, you've seen this camp before in a couple of places. You see it in Twisted Meadows, for example, and with these two Wardens and the one Overseer, and obviously the Overseer gives a pretty good Blade Master item. Meanwhile, Rosenkill is just scouting around with this Fiend a bit. He's not actually going to go to the base because I think he's going to pull out these creeps. Actually, killing a sheep first, which is quite clever because it's going to mean that he can bring out his skeletons as quickly as possible. But he still should be a bit wary because Czech could come in for a creep jack here, I think, afterwards. Czech's accidentally tanked far too much damage on his grunt. He really should have tanked a bit less there and a bit more on his Blade Master, but it seems to be fine because he can just go and heal up. He's built a shop really close, and he has already started his tech and actually putting up 2 burrows immediately. You can see Czech isn't sort of currently a pro Orc player, because pro Orc player would have spaced him out a bit better in terms of time, not in terms of actual space. And Czech actually looks like he won't get a creep jack here. He does have a scroll of speed, but unless he actually burns it just based on a guess, then I don't think he's actually going to manage to get any creep jack here, which is a bit of a shame. And now Rosenkill has picked up a dust anyways, so I think he probably will use one. No, he doesn't. He just coils it to to make sure he gets the item, and he gets a Gloves of Haste, which will be nice on the Lich, which I assume he'll go for a second. And I assume he's started his tech. Yeah, he has started his tech as well. And then meanwhile, the Blade Master finally coming in, and won't be able to do too much harass here because he only has 1 grunt, and that doesn't even join the battle, and it's low health. So I think he'll really just be able to get a couple free hits off on some Fiends, then be forced to run away, and actually gets dusted as well. He has now hit level 2, exactly 200 experience as well. That's very nice for him. And he's going to have to run away because he has been dusted, but he could actually now creep out this other camp as well. And if he could, that'd be quite nice because it'd be denying Rosenkill sort of what might be seen as rightfully his creeps in the future. And Rosenkill is just going to creep this out for level 2. Obviously the aura very important for Undead. And I didn't sneeze, sorry. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Rosenkill's now managed to creep. He's managed to buy another Rod of Necromancy. He's used actually an entire rod already. That's quite surprising, but I guess they're not too expensive, and you really get a lot of skeletons. You get a lot of potential for scouting and stuff from them. And meanwhile, the Blade Master has now got some pretty nice items. Got boots, got circlet, got gloves. Those are really some pretty good items for the Blade Master, especially late game. And the Death Knight is now taking a bit of damage, but then manages to move away so that the Skeleton Warriors will tank a bit more, and then he brings up some more skeletons just to tank the rest of this damage from this Null Overseer. And Czech does now come in, but I think he might all get dusted. I mean, it would, or again, his Windwalker's about to wear out, so he just starts attacking one of the fiends, and Rosenkill gets the coil, gets the kill, and manages to pick up the item as well. So that's very nice for him. He did actually sell his previous gloves, so he picked up another set of gloves, and I guess he didn't really want them for the Lich after all. And meanwhile, Rosenkill has 4 goals on lumber and a graveyard, so this generally that's more than you need if you're just gonna go straight fiends. So you could be seeing either the tower push I talked about earlier, or Master Banshees with fiends. I think probably more likely to go Master Banshees, because that's more of a sort of standard strategy, not sort of a specialty one. And actually, Rosenkill could get the creep steal here. 150 hit points left on that creep, so he might decide to try and take it out with these skeletons, and then just he does, and then he manages to pick up the item as well, and they get hit level 3 with that. So that's very nice for him. Level 3 on the Death Knight is very important, and it is it can really cause trouble, especially considering Check's only level 2 on his Blade Master now. It can cause a bit of trouble. And meanwhile, Rosenkill with this illusion, managing to run away. Tauren Chieftain second, actually. That's a bit of an interesting choice. I mean, it's not certainly not unusual by any stretch, but the fact that the Blade Master's going to have to do a bit of creeping first before it can even hit level 3, and then the Tauren Chieftain can start creeping out, so it might mean that the Tauren Chieftain's not actually that high a level by the time we actually get to the significant part of the game. And a Slaughterhouse going up now, Lich coming up now as well, and I think 4 fiends now out for Rosenkill. Obviously still 0-0 upgraded, but we're likely to see at least 1 upgrade in the near future once he has about 6 out. And Rosenkill probably going to creep out this Goblin Merchant. That'll be something pretty easy to creep out, and he does have a couple skeletons which are about to time out, so you may as well make the most of them. Actually brings down another illusion as well, just to tank a bit more damage. And now Check is now creeping this out, brings in 1 peon, so I guess he's going to expand here. That's very bold of him, just because this is a really hard map on which to expand, just because you're so likely to be scouted, because these gold mines are not well hidden at all. There's only 2 gold mines on the map as well. And Tome of Intelligence, that's not at all bad for the Tauren Chieftain. Obviously not too big of a difference. And Ring of Regeneration, again, fairly decent item. I mean, it's not a brilliant item, there's lots of better items you could get, but still, in terms of an item to have, it's generally seen as alright. And now creeping out this Forest Roar Warlord, some pretty nice creeping actually from Rosenkill here. Managing to creep out some very nice ones, and actually gets a Wand of the Wind, which Observer's asked, is it a good item? It's a brilliant item actually. Check comes in here for a creep jack, and lots of low units here. Rosenkill should really coil that. Fiend doesn't quite manage to, and oh, he's out of mana. Excuse me, he could have actually used the Wand of the Wind, but he does just chase away the Blade Master anyways, because the Blade Master was running low on health, and obviously the eventually there would have been some nuking power coming from Rosenkill. And anyways, yeah, Wand of the Wind is an amazing item. If any of you watch the GOM TV games where Lyn was already disqualified, Lyn versus Moon, and Lyn basically wanted Moon to go through, and Moon had to win, so Lyn basically had to throw the fight. And he got a Wand of the Wind. He crept out this camp with just a Blade Master on his first grunt, and he got a Wand of the Wind, and he literally destroyed, like, you could tell he was trying to throw out the match, and he did eventually, only because he went Master Banshees and stuff. No, sorry, not Master Banshees, Master Shaman, and went Bloodlust and all kinds of crazy stuff, and he was still winning it just because he had such a massive advantage, because he just managed to cyclone and surround Moon's heroes, I think 3 times basically, and Moon was just put at such a disadvantage, and there were so many times Lyn could have won it, but he just sort of walked away from Moon's base basically. Anyways, Rosenkill now getting the adept training for Banshees. We'll get the master training a bit later, and this expansion from Jack has now been scouted and will go down, so that's pretty nice for Rosenkill. He does still not have too many fiends, but he's brought in a couple of ghouls now as well, just to supplement his army until he can actually get his Banshees in there. And meanwhile, Rosenkill accidentally taking out 1 too many trees here, meaning that the Blade Master can get in, and leaving these acolytes. They're very vulnerable, and obviously Jack has to run them away. Or sorry, Rosenkill has to run them away, but actually managing to trick the Blade Master into going out and then putting up 1 more Ziggurat just to block that off. And he's now tier 3, so losing a Ziggurat isn't the end of the world. It's not like he needs to continue upgrading or anything. But first couple of Banshees are now out for Rosenkill. He'll probably bring them along just in case the Blade Master comes along, and you can just get a curse on the Blade Master. And curse on the Blade Master is so nice. It's so satisfying when Blade Master misses on a crit or something like that. Just so much fun. And meanwhile, Czech taking a lot of damage from this creep pack, actually getting a pendant of energy. That's very nice for him. And Rosenkill now moving in. He seems to know exactly what's happening here, and he's just he's gonna try and get the kill, but he doesn't quite manage it. He might try and go for, yeah, he does go for some focus on the Torrent Chieftain. Now 200 hit points already, but a pretty bad stomp there actually. He does manage to get the Death Knight though, who is forced to TP away, and unfortunately unable to use any of his items. He has some pretty good items, but Death Knight was just focused down a bit too quickly. We'll need to buy a healing potion as well, probably. Rebuys a TP as well, that's pretty sensible. And looks like Czech's rebuilding his base, and actually he's put up a Rosenkill as a ward right in the middle of the Great Hole there, which means that it's going to be pretty hard for Czech to kill if he ever actually does discover it, which is, I mean, it's pretty unlikely he's going to discover it, but even if he does, he's going to only be able to kill it with his Berserker, really, by looks of things. And taking a quick look at Czech's base, he is now attacking to tier 3, so really playing very offensively here. Actually, one idle peon, that's a bit careless.